Good morning, children. In my previous class, we discussed about the landforms, free landforms, mountains, plateaus, plains. Then we also discussed one by one the basic things, what are plateaus, what are plains, mountains. Then we discussed about atmosphere, the realm of air, where we studied about the composition of gases, what are its importance. And next we came to hydrosphere, where we find water not only on the surface of the earth, below the surface of the earth, and also in the air. And as earth is having a water covered two-thirds, that's why it's called a watery planet. We discussed about oceans also, five oceans, which is the largest ocean, Pacific Ocean. Next is Atlantic Ocean. Then after Atlantic Ocean is Indian Ocean. Today we will discuss about biosphere, the last realm of Earth. So there are four realms: lithosphere, atmosphere, hydrosphere, and biosphere. The last sphere is biosphere. It means sphere of life. Why it is called sphere of life? Why life is possible here? Because all the three spheres, that is lithosphere, atmosphere, and hydrosphere, is present, and where these three elements are present, there only life is possible. So it is a narrow zone which is very close to the earth's surface on the land, water, and air. And it comprises of different forms of organisms, not only plants and animals but also microorganisms, which can those organisms which can be seen with the help of microscopes. That's why it is called microorganisms. Biosphere exists where the upper part of the lithosphere, the lower part of the atmosphere, and the hydrosphere comes in contact with one another. So upper part of lithosphere, the lower part of atmosphere, which is the upper part of lithosphere, that is Sia, the lower part of the atmosphere, and the hydrosphere. All the plants, animals, and microorganisms live together in their physical and environment and interact with each other. Obviously, all the plants, animals, and microorganisms, these are the living beings which live together in this physical environment. In which physical environment? Land, water, and air. And they interact with each other. Obviously, they are interdependent on each other. Now, varieties of plants are found in different parts of the land. Same where we do not find plant species everywhere. If on the desert, cactus is very popular, on the fertile land, we see number of crops are grown over there. Same like animals also. Some animals live in polar regions. Some animals are habituated in desert regions. So these all living beings live together in different physical environment, that is land, water, air, and they interact with each other. They are interdependent for their survival. Yes, this is very important that they are interdependent for their survival. We cannot say that plants are not dependent on animals and animals are not dependent on plants. In this ecosystem where plants, animals, and human beings are there, plants and animals are interdependent. Because if plants are providing a habitat to the animals, animals are also providing manures, fertilizers to the plants. So they are interdependent for their survival. Life exists only about 9 kilometer above the earth and 11 kilometer below the ocean surface. Children, please underline it. This is very important for you that in the biosphere where the life exists normally, 9 kilometer above the earth. If we are talking on the earth's surface, it is 9 kilometer, and if we are talking about the oceans, it is below 11 kilometer. It is this sphere where four non-living elements, land, water, air, and sunlight, is present. Yes, here is the sphere, here is the biosphere where all non living things are present: land, water, air, and sunlight. And these are essential for life. Physical conditions on the earth vary from place to place and are responsible for a varying life forms on different parts of the earth. Plants and animals also vary in their size and shape, differ from place to place as they require certain habitat for their growth and survival. Just now I told you that different plants and animals vary. Plants and animals are not the same in size, not the same in shape, and it requires different environment for its growth, different habitat. Like camels, they are habituated to live in desert regions. Polar bears, they are habituated to live in low temperature regions, in a frozen area. Why? Because they were habituated to it. They have the fur which protect them from cold conditions, and they can easily live in those places. So different living beings needs different types of place for life, for their growth and survival. All plants and animals maintain a balance in a region. It is the human being who interact and create imbalance between plants and animals. Yes, obviously. Just now I told you that in an ecosystem, plants, animals, and human beings are there. Plants and animals are working in a very proper way. It is the human beings which are disturbing the ecological balance. They are creating imbalance in nature. We all know that human beings have the sense of thinking, they have the thinking skill, they have the creative skill. But in spite of that, they are destructing the environment. So, as the human population is increasing rapidly, more and more disturbance is been there in the environment because they need more space for fulfillment of their requirements for their different activities like agriculture, industry, and also urbanization. Urbanization means shahrikaran karna, converting the rural into urban, where there will be big industries, schools, colleges. That is urbanization. Man is destroying the forest carelessly and exploiting the resources for their different requirements, for their different necessities. They are disturbing the environment. So, it is a warning for the human beings to minimize all these necessities, their requirements. Otherwise, this whole ecosystem will be destroyed, because due to this, we are suffering from lots of problems. You see, floods are there, landslides, soil erosions, all these are occurring. Why? Because of these human activities. Because of these human activities who are destroying the environment, it is creating several problems in front of human beings. Beside these, pollution of air and water has also increased beyond the control. Just see the condition of Delhi. The pollution level is so high that it has been very difficult for a people to exist there. So now it's the time to think. It is the time to think how to save the environment. So it's the duty of the human beings, who is one of the important part of ecosystem, who has the thinking skill, creative skill, through which they can turn the environment into a into in such a way that where life will be possible, life will exist in a smooth way. And it is in the hands of human beings which can change the environment. So now it's the duty of human beings, first of all, not to cut the trees recklessly. We have to minimize our requirements so that we should not put more burden on the environment, because otherwise we are going to suffer directly or indirectly. So this is all about this chapter. This was the last topic which I just now discussed about biosphere. You can see here the picture of effects of urbanization. See, somewhere there are industries. You can see here that proper drainage is not there. Woods are being cut. There is a drought conditions. Farmers are being suffering. Heavy floods are occurring. Who is suffering here? Human beings. So it's the important role for the human beings to save the environment. So children, please go through the video, and this is the homework for you, that you will write the key words. So what is your homework? You will write the keywords. Write the keywords in your geography copy and submit your homework in WhatsApp group. Thank you, children.